What's up, family? Man, I want to have a real heart to heart with you guys. Man, we're still continuing our series on the 12 laws of the universe. Um, man, I want to still continue talking about the law of vibration. I was at the beach yesterday, and it's like, okay, Elijah, you need to take this deeper. Elijah, you need to share this. You need to talk about this. You need to talk about this. So I got this crazy like download yesterday while I was just watching the waves and just looking at the water. And so, man, we're gonna pick back up on that. So this would be like the third one, actually, in regards to the law of vibration. So, man, stay with me. We're gonna go somewhere today. Whew. Law of vibration. Man, we don't realize, man, how important that is. You know what I mean? In our lives. And the trip is, I talk a lot about frequency and being in alignment. That's all the the law of vibration. You know what I mean? Um, but sometimes, um, some of us can be going through things in life, and it seems as though, man, we're in our low, we're in our our darkened space, and man, it's like, man, I'm empty, and I don't have this, that, and I've lost this, that. You know what I mean? And so we feel like, man, what the heck? Like we're disconnected, like we're unplugged, not like we're not where we're supposed to be at. And I just want to encourage you guys. I got a message from one of my brothers from England. Man, you're in my thoughts and prayers, bro, man. Um, and sometimes, life would make us feel like we're disconnected. Sometimes my life will make us feel like, man, we're all alone. You know what I mean? And man, you're right where you're supposed to be at. You're right where you're supposed to be at. Don't lose hope. Don't get discouraged. You know what I mean? The moon has different phases. There are different phases to the moon. And yet the moon is exactly where it's supposed to be, and its light is exactly how it's supposed to be. It's producing the amount of light it is supposed to at that particular time, on that season, for that phase. And so, same thing with, and I talk about this a lot. Man, we could learn a lot from nature if we would just humble ourselves and stop acting like, as a humans, we got this shit all figured out. You know what I mean? If we sit back and watch nature, there's so much that nature can teach us. Sometimes the moon's in a full phase. It's a full moon and it's big as crap and bright as crap. And sometimes it's just a little sliver. You know what I mean? Stay encouraged. It doesn't mean that the moon is disconnected from God. You know what I mean? It don't mean that the moon is not important. It's not valued. It's not loved. You know what I mean? It's not appreciated. Man, the moon is the moon. You know what I mean? Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Don't get discouraged and start doubting who you are and if you're connected and if you're where you're supposed to be at. Just because you're going through a phase where you're not as bright, you're not as, radiant as you used to be. You know what I mean? Because you don't have as much as you used to have. It's been a struggle the last few months or weeks or days or whatever it is that you're going through. Understand everything is cyclical. You know what I mean? Man, the weather, man, there's four seasons to the weather. You know what I mean? Man, yes, we're in summer right now. It's getting ready to go into fall. Doesn't mean that summer's not important. Man, the seasons change. Law of vibration. Stay with me. We're going somewhere. And sometimes we get connected to law of vibration frequency. Sometimes we get connected to people that we shouldn't get connected to. And that messes up our frequency. That messes up our vibration. See, sex is important, but sex with the wrong people will cause you a lot of headache. Sex with the wrong people can cause you a lot of suffering that you wasn't prepared for. See, when you engage in sex, and I made several videos, a lot of videos talking about this. When you engage in sex, there's an energy exchange. It's not about just, oh, come fuck me, come suck me. This is grown folk channel. We say real shit here. Okay? Man, it's not about just, man, I'm just gonna get my freak on, man, back that ass up, and man, let me see what you working with, and da 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 da. Man, I'm about to tear that shit up. You know what I mean? We get crazy when it comes to sex, not even understanding that there's a frequency exchange about to take place. You know what I mean? Man, we about to go in, and the reality is that, man, I'm now engaged in sexual acts with you. Okay? Not even understanding that your energy, your frequency has now become intertwined with my energy, my frequency. And whatever you got going on in your life, whether you know it or not, is now mingled with my frequency, my vibration. So whoever you slept with, whoever they slept with, they've now shifted some of that energy into your life. They've now gave you some of that baggage, some of the good stuff too. But we don't understand this, and we just think, "Oh man, that was the best sex ever," and da 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 da. Man, that shit didn't even last for 2 minutes. I was a waste of my fucking time. And da 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 da. That bitch can't do shit. Da da da. She's a dead fucking da da. We have all this shit to say, not even understanding that there was an exchange of energy that's gonna last a hell of a lot longer than the sex did. I don't give a damn how great the sex was. The energy exchange is going to last longer because 9 times out of 10, most of us don't even under fucking stand that we just had an exchange of energy. And now, whatever you got going on in your life, you may have some twisted thoughts, you may have some back pain, you may have some headaches, migraines, and man, you may have some low self-esteem and some self-hatred and some anger and some insecurities and da 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 da. And now you just engage with me. And all of a sudden, I'm not even understanding. Man, all we did was fuck. All I did was let you give me a blowjob. All I did was let you go down and eat the kitty cat. And now, man, I'm having fucking suicidal thoughts. Where's this depression coming from? Where's all this fucking anger coming from? Where's all this fucking low self-esteem coming from? Man, I've never had pain in my knees, and all of a sudden I got pain in my knees, and my foot hurt, and my back hurt, and my shoulder hurt, and my head hurt, and we're tripping out with all these different ailments and things going on within our body, not even understanding that it may not even been you that's done something wrong in regards to how you hurt your knee. It's the simple fact you may have hooked up with somebody with a fucked up knee. You may have hooked up with somebody with bad feet, messed up back, migraine, high blood pressure, and all kinds of other shit. And now they've given you that energy. I've said before, everything is energy. Everything is energy. And just because you can't see it, don't mean that it don't exist. So you have to be mindful of who you allow to get that energy from. I was talking about the other day, man, you gotta be mindful of the shit that you listen to. You gotta be mindful of the shit you put in your mouth, not just food. I just talk about the vaping and the drinking and the smoking and all the other shit and the TV shows. You gotta be mindful of what you put into your mind, but you also have to be mindful of who you fucking, who you sucking, and who you licking, and who you touching. See, because that's an exchange of energy too. I don't allow just anybody into my fucking house. Where I stay at, this is my kingdom. It may not be much to other people, but it's my kingdom. It's me. The ambiance within it is one that I've created. It represents me. It's a reflection of me. The peace, the joy, the happiness. This is me. The love, the compassion. It's me. And when you allow other people to come in, they bring their energy with them. You allow them into your car, they bring their toxic ass, fucked up ass, negative ass, hateful, jealous, envious, and all this other bullshit energy with them. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Just because you don't know, don't mean it ain't happening. So you guys see me wearing silver a lot. Still talking about the law of vibration. You see me wearing silver a lot. That's all I rock. So is the metals. Why? Because this is feminine energy. I'm a man. I naturally have strong masculine energy. And so I need a feminine energy to balance me out. Vibration. To be balanced. The thing about metals, gold, silver, platinum, titanium, they transfer energy. They transfer energy. So you let people into your house. You let people in your car. You let people sit at your desk. You let people touch your phone and all the other shit. Not understand. There's a transference of energy taking place. We have to grow up. We have to understand that, man, somebody could shake my hand and transfer energy. Somebody could give me a pound or a fist bump and transfer energy. That might not be their intention. They may not even be thinking about that, but that's still taking place. And I'm not making this video for you to be terrified of and just be like, oh no, I'm wearing rubber gloves and can't nobody touch me. It's not about that. It's about being mindful of your surroundings. It's about being mindful of who you allow within your realm. It's about sitting there and saying, okay, my life, my form, my body, this energy that I carry, it's my responsibility. It's my responsibility. When I take a shower, man, God, oh man, I'm releasing all the negative energy that I picked up throughout the day. As I wash, as I take the shower, man, I'm washing all the toxic negative energy that just attached itself to me through a handshake, through a fist bump, through a conversation. Because you don't have to let them touch you. You could just be engaged in a conversation with them. That's an exchange of energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. So as I'm washing up this, man, lathering up and everything, man, I'm releasing all of the toxic energy that I picked up. Whether I knew it or not. Be careful who you sleep with. Not just who you sleep with, who you talk to, who you allow to touch you. One of the things that I do that, man, and I've been able to do this, grace of God, if you will. Somebody's going through something. I could just give them a hug. And in that hug, transform their life because of the energy exchange. The exchange of energy. I've had people say, man, I felt like it felt like God was holding me. Man, you don't even know what I'm going through, but yet in your arms I felt so safe. Yet in your arms I felt so protected. Man, yet in your arms I felt so loved. I felt this release. I felt like, man, there's something that was put inside of me, and it just gave me this peace. That man, it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. And I don't even know why I kept saying that to myself. This is what people are telling me. They didn't even understand that stuff that I say all the time. It's all good. Everything's always working out for me. I'm successful in everything that I do because I manifest truth and love in every aspect of my life. Say it again. I am successful in everything that I do because I manifest truth and love in every aspect of my life. Therefore, everything is always working out for me. The law of vibration, the connection, the frequency. You don't have to be scared of the negative energy around you. You don't have to be scared that somebody could speak some negative energy towards you. This is not, I don't live in fear. I'm not about fear. That's low vibrating bullshit. And yet, I'm mindful. I can't talk to everybody. I don't want to talk to everybody. I can't listen to everything. I can't watch and entertain everything. Be mindful who you engage with. She may look bad as fuck. What is her energy? And I'm not talking about her sexual energy because her sexual energy may be on fleek, it may be on point. But what you're not prepared for is the emotional baggage and trauma and damage that may come with that enhanced sexual energy. And you're not even aware that you're receiving it. You're not even aware the fact that this person may be have a broke mentality, a lack mentality. That's energy. And so now y'all fucking and sucking and everything else, not even understanding that that energy is attaching itself to you. That negative, toxic ass energy is attaching itself to you. A broke mentality is energy. A survival mentality is energy. Jealousy is energy. Hate is energy. Low self-esteem is energy. We have to grow up and we have to understand everything is a vibration. The question is, can you see the vibration? Can you see the frequency? And is it something you want to be attached to? Is it something you want to be connected with? I hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Thank you for being part of this tribe. Happy healing.